Hello. Guys, everyone has to say that today is the king of the car market. I think BYD definitely deserves it. What about the Destroyer 05 next to me? Its starting selling price is only 7.98 yuan. Moreover, there will be certain discounts in the current region I mentioned. In other words, you will be able to land this model properly for less than 100,000 yuan. And it is also a plug-in model, although a pure electric battery life of 55 kilometers is not much. But it can also be used in urban areas. Moreover, it only needs 4.36 liters of fuel consumption for a 100-kilometer power supply. If you think that 50 kilometers of pure electric battery life is really too intense, you can drive it completely like a tanker. There is no problem at all. BYD's fuel efficiency is also well known to the public. Therefore, it definitely brings us a very sufficient fuel economy. Don't look at its cheap price. But one of its configurations is actually very sufficient for our daily commute. It is completely satisfying for family travel. Including the night view inside the car, it is cheaper, as well as the display and central control display in terms of entertainment, can give us sufficient protection. Including this mobile version will also have reversing images and fixed speed cruise. You should know that these configurations are actually not available to you on some oil trucks of previous joint venture models, but he made it for you. What about a car for family travel? This car is cheap, but its space can also give you a very sufficient guarantee. I'm 1.8 meters tall and sit in the second row. The positions in the front row are also adjusted. Everyone can make a reference. Maybe a space in the head may be a little hurried, but the legroom is still very sufficient. If all friends have higher requirements for battery life, you can choose a sports version with a pure electric battery life of 120 kilometers, charging every 3 or 4 days. Then you can fully guarantee your daily commute to your city. It can further save our fuel economy. Moreover, its fuel consumption for a 100-kilometer loss of electricity is also 4.6 liters. Then its price. It only costs the price of 998,000 yuan. You can purchase a pure electric battery life of 120 kilometers. So I think this price is really too high. For our friends who have insufficient budgets, I think this car is really worth buying. Then if all of you had a more adequate budget for bathing, some better configurations are needed. For example, its L-level driving assistance function. You can also choose one of its more top-notch models to purchase.